Hi everybody, my name is Ivai Uzac. Today I'm gonna show you how to deploy a Spring Boot application on wildFly application server. First, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you basic Spring Boot application uh, built in with the Maven build tool, and after showing all the infrastructures, essentials and classes, I'm gonna show you how to deploy this application package in wildFile on wildFly application server. First of all, let's start with the entry point of every Maven application. This is the POM.xml file. In this POM.xml file, the most essential sections are these sections. This section where we assign the parent project of our project, which is Spring Boot starter parent. By assigning a parent project of this artifact ID, we can expose the services of this library. In the dependency section, we see the dependency libraries that we expose in our application. These are the Spring Boot starter web library from group ID org.springframework.boot. As well, there is a JavaX servlet API needed after that to expose HTTP request transmissions in the service layer. One of the big points in our application is the exclusion of Spring Boot starter Tomcat dependency. As we know that Spring Boot applications come up with built-in Tomcat web container, and we know that we need wildFly application server, and that's why we are excluding this built-in library. Okay, now another essential section in POM.xml file is the build group, where we assign a final name of our WAR. Yes, we are building a WAR file because we expose the services of Java web container, and we're exposing a service of Spring Boot Maven plugin. Okay, let's move on the Java programming elements. The main purpose of this application is a calculator service, which means we are summing, multiplying, and subtracting two integer numbers. I have prepared the three entity classes, which are multiply entity to reproduce the multiplication of two integers, but these three classes are not essential for the point and the main purpose of this tutorial. I'm gonna show you just the content of these Java beans. Okay, let's move on on this bean, which is annotated as with service annotation. This is its name is figure service, and this is the implementation of our business logic. There are three methods which are plain basic methods that process summing, difference, and multiplication of the two integers. The most essential part of Spring Framework in this bean is the part that we are making outwiring by a static field name, not by class name. Okay, let's show you the controller, the service layer of this MVC application, where we are outwiring this service. We are outwiring by static field because in this example it's not essential and important to outwire by static field, but Spring is a dependency injection container which outwires faster beans by static field than by class name, which is the default implementation. Okay, our figures controller have service implementations of our three methods, and I have prepared all-in-one method that introduces the whole sum, multiply, and subtract methods in one. I have not launched this application, but okay, why I am returning a response entity, then plain object, just some entity. We are returning response entity because we can override the HTTP status code by the logic of our application that we are wanting. Okay, the first method is mapped to some resource, and uses two request params with assigned default value. You can browse to the Spring Boot API docs for the request param annotation and the request mapping implementation, but I think that it's not essential for this tutorial. Okay, as well we have a subtract resource with a request param for the first and second integer, as well as overridden HTTP status by a response entity API. We have a multiply as well. Okay, sorry for the overlapping of the code, but I think I have not configured IntelliJ to overlap the code after the content column. And the all-in-one method comes up with the sum, subtract, and multiply business logic functionality, and constructs figures entity, which is this entity, with the result of the business logics. Okay, and the entry path of the of our Spring Boot application deployed on wildFly is the application class, which is annotated with Spring Boot application annotation and component scan. Okay, we are extending Spring Boot Servlet initializer to register our WAR resources on wildFly application server. If you run this application by bundle Tomcat application container, you don't need to extend this class, but in this case you have to. Okay, let's move on to start this application. I have configured my IntelliJ IDE to launch pre-configured wildFly application server, but you can deploy the WAR file by hand or from the CLI or wildFly web console. Okay, we'll work power up. I have to clear this while. And Maven start this work and resolving dependencies for libraries used in this application or deploying to web container. Sorry for the latency, but I think that my machine is running out of memory. Oh, I have forgot to show you the REST controller annotation at the previous controller, but okay, with fewer words, this annotation complements the annotations of response, body, and controller. If you see a legacy Spring Boot code annotated with response, body, and controller, you can modify these two lines with only the REST controller annotation. Okay, we'll start our app starts with the root resource where we see the result of multiplication, sum, and difference of two integers who are zeros. Okay, let's move on and show the sum how it works. Sum works like this. We are assigning a request param like this, notepad variables. Okay, we are going to sum 5 with a 7 and we are waiting for 12. Okay, sorry, but the request method is post and we have to use yes, advanced REST client. Okay, let's pause this and send the request. Yeah, and the server answers with 12. Okay, this method works. Let's subtract the typo. First is 12 and the second is 2. Let's subtract 2, 5 and 2. We are expecting a free result. Yeah, the result is free. And let's multiply 5 with 2. Multiply. Yeah, result is 10, as we expected. Okay, why we are querying this URL? Because in the figures controller, in figures controller we have mapped these resources with sum and with request param values with as first and second. Okay, you see that the request method is posed only at the all-in-one method. We are exposing a request method get, and we can expose it from browser like this. You see, not okay. Oh, I think that it's the most essential part of deploying Spring Boot application on wildFly application server. If you feel a need of any question, you can come to visit this blog post by me, or to go on and browse the repo from this GitHub repository. And this is for me by now. Take care. I was Ash.